New at 5:30 as well. Since summer of 2021, former Butler County Auditor Roger Reynolds has been investigated by the Sheriff's Office, indicted on corruption-related charges in and out of the courthouse. Some charges were dismissed, but he was found guilty of unlawful interest in a public contract.
So that conviction, it was later overturned, and for the first time since all of this started, Roger Reynolds is now sharing his side of the story. Our Ken Brown spoke with him earlier and joins us outside of the county administration building.
Roger Reynolds has not been the Butler County Auditor since late 2022, and he says he wants that position back after he claims Sheriff Richard Jones and Ohio Attorney Dave Yost used lawfare to dismantle his political career.
It's great to finally have an opportunity to speak out.
For the first time in the last 3.5 years, we're hearing Roger Reynolds' side of the story after he was charged and indicted on various corruption charges. He was also found guilty on one charge that was later overturned, and he believes it all started because of disputes he had with local and state officials.
Part of my concern and my theory was that there are a couple politicians out there that simply didn't like me.
Reynolds was initially accused of pushing for $1 million in subsidized road improvements that would benefit his parents' property, and court records show he was later accused of trying to convince Lakota local schools to build a golf academy on private country club course property in the Four Bridges subdivision where his family lives using public money. Reynolds says that Sheriff Richard Jones disagreed over internal control measures that he put in place when he took office. Reynolds says he and Dave Yost were at odds over property valuation disputes in Butler County.
There's no way that the best use of the taxpayer dollars was to spend millions of dollars from Dave Yost and Rick Jones against me. And we proved that in court.
Reynolds says Sheriff Jones touted audio recordings that the sheriff claimed proved wrongdoing on the auditor's part. But Reynolds says when they got to court, the prosecution never used audio against him. Instead, his defense team played more than 24 clips for the court.
The audio vindicated me. So can they take an oath of office to support the Constitution and fairness, and Dave Yost and Rick Jones continue to push their bulldogs on me? Because it was lawfare. Politically, I was not in their group.
Reynolds says he will not be filing a civil suit because he believes it would only further hurt and cost taxpayers more money. He does say that he plans to run for political office again for either the auditor's position or a county commissioner seat. Reporting in Butler County, Ken Brown, Fox 19 Now.
Now, we did reach out to the Butler County Sheriff Richard Jones. We've not heard back from him. However, we did hear back from Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost, press secretary. That statement reads, Reynolds is completely mistaken. Even though his conviction was overturned on appeal on technical grounds, he was in fact convicted by proof beyond a reasonable doubt.